Hey, I'm gonna stop and catch my breath a second. I'm on a river bottom track here in North Louisiana. Just got a little history and a little story to it. And in the last 24 hours, I've gotten 2 different tracks that people want us to list. And I just heard a story of another track just 20 minutes ago, and they're all 3 kind of fit within this category. So you just listen to me. Let me tell you how all 3 of these tracks are related. Pretty good sized farm tract I got yesterday. Family wants to sell. Old inherited property. It's been in the family a long time. Now a couple of generations down, you know, they're ready to sell it. Old family property for sale. Standing on a piece of property right here. It's a cool track. I mean, a real cool track. And got this email to me this morning. One of the sellers said, you know, he has this property with some other family members. They want to sell it, but he doesn't. But because of whatever personal reasons and family reasons, it's not my business. But he said, you know, we're going to go ahead and sell it. So that's why I'm out here now looking at this track. Just got off from about 30 minutes ago before I got here. Just was visiting with somebody, and he saw my truck with my sign, you know, sign on my truck, and knew who I was with, and talking about property. And he got to tell me about his little piece of property. He's got a little 12-acre tract. Young man, he said, man, this tract belonged to my dad, and he gave it to me, and I'm never gonna sell that property, ever. And I told him what I'm about to tell you, and I've told this to a number of people. Even though I'm in the land business, make my living selling other people's land, I told him, telling you, if you own land and you don't have to sell it, don't. Now that's coming from a guy that makes his living selling your land, but if you don't have to sell it, don't. Now, if you want to, if it's just a commodity to you, then you buy and sell, trade all you want. But if you've got a piece of property, it's a little bit special. It's got some roots, got some connections, means something to you more than just dollar signs, and you don't have to sell it, don't sell it. I'll be the first one to encourage you to keep it, hang on to it, make sure you take good care of the title, and do all of the work you need to do on any type of successions or probates, wills, things like that, so that you got good, clean title and you pass it along to your family. Keep it if you can. Bye. You know, you're on low, flat, pretty wet ground when it's nothing but a solid elm thicket. All right, 2 reports sent out about potential new listings. Great tracks. Hope I get a list of them. Probably will, but you just never know till they call back and say, hey, send a listing document. So anyway, we'll see how it goes. Hotspot on my phone, friendly parking lot, and laptop. I can kind of quick put together some maps to go look at a track a guy called me about just a little while ago. It's not the best, but I can make it do. You know, I do this all the time. Yeah, that's my truck up there. If you can listen real close, yeah, you hear it running. I hop out of the truck to look for a corner marker on out here, and thinking I'm just gonna hop right out, hop right back in. But then I see something that leads me to somewhere else, and 30 minutes later, I'm walking back to my truck that I've been leaving running in the hot summer, just because I got going down a rabbit hole. Hey, I routinely get calls from people in other parts of the country wanting to sell their land. That's the thing about land, is people live all over the country and the world and own it in the other parts of the country and world. So, you know, you don't have to just live right there. Some of you are in that situation. You, depending on where you are watching this video, you may own rural real estate 1,000, 2,000 miles away. It's common. We sell it a lot. Had a call 2 days ago from a gentleman in Virginia, wanted us to help him with his property, and I explained to him that I'm not licensed in Virginia. We're in 6 states, but we're not there. But I was able to help him, to give him some general information and how to find somebody who could help him. So if you find yourself in that kind of situation, let me tell you what to do. It's the same thing I told a number of people. When they call me or RecLand, even if we can't personally manage or deal with their property because it's too far away, we don't have an agent in that area, or if we're not licensed in that state, I still try to give them some information. But if you've got property you need to deal with, let me tell you how to go about doing it. don't call a residential company there locally. Nothing wrong with them. Now, if you're selling a house or a commercial building, you call those residential companies. But if you've got a piece of rural real estate somewhere in the country and you want to get it sold, or at least get some information about getting it sold, call an established, reputable land broker in your area or your region, preferably a larger regional company that you've got a connection to there, or you know somebody who knows somebody there. Maybe you've seen their ads there locally, so you know that they're in business. It's what they do. Call and tell them who you are and what you're doing. You understand they probably can't list your property, but who would they recommend in the region or the area, the state that your property is in? The reason being is the network of land guys and companies that do what we do, we're a pretty tight-knit group. And so I might not be able to help that guy in Virginia personally, but I know people who can. And I know, and if I don't know directly who to put him in touch with, I know somebody who's just one step away. And we do that all the time. And most good, reputable regional land companies will just do that for you out of a service. They'll just connect you with somebody just because it's just the right thing to do. There won't be any extra money involved for you or anything like that. But you'll be talking to professionals. You'll be talking to people who can handle real estate, and you'll be talking to people who are in the business long enough that their reputation is going to be pretty solid and can take care of you. So don't be afraid to pick up the phone, call somebody locally to ask for help for somewhere a long way away. And if it's something in a region that we can help you in, of course, we'll point you in the right direction too. So anyway, just a food for thought, because I know a bunch of you that watch these videos all over the country, and you maybe have property in different parts of the country, and I want you to know that real good professional help is really just a phone call or an email away. So anyway, just my 2 cents for you. Bye. When you get a one-word answer to a series of questions, you email a title company who's already 2 weeks behind on getting a deal closed, you get a one-word answer, it's time to set that title company free and let them just move on to other things. Hey, raise your hand if you know where Monterey, Louisiana is. I'm just kidding. Headed there now to shoot a drone of a 400-acre tract that we just got listed. Heck of a duck hunting place, but you'll see it on the website if you want to look. Got a little ferry boat ride to go see this next tract. Hey, I'm looking at a really cool piece of property on the Ouachita River, a big wooded tract and old home site. You can see the old barn behind me there, and there's some stables back behind me. This property's got a lot of history. On the way to meet with an appraiser this morning, he's working on a large tract for one of our clients. Not all appraisers are good at rural real estate. I just try to use the ones that's pretty much what they do. That was kind of cool to shoot that video with the attorney, doing those interviews like that on those questions. The first one, that went really good, really well, excuse me. And the second question I'm gonna go with him, it's extremely interesting, especially here in the country we live in with, the Mississippi River and so many waterways and stuff. Extremely interesting, but can get really complicated. So I'm kind of looking forward to doing these interviews with these attorneys on legal issues and things as it relates to land. So we'll just see how they go next few weeks. Man, this has been one of those days that my work has consisted entirely of being in front of the computer and being on the telephone. So, but it's 94 degrees here. It's 6-something o'clock, so I'm not driving. Hey, y'all let me know if you need any time management strategy tips. I'm world class at that. Here's an example. I waited till the hottest part of the day to head to the woods to do a little work on some lock-on. One of these days I'll be able to tell the story about this particular closing. It's a big one too, that's just been going on the last couple days. It's a circus. One of these days I'll tell the story, just can't tell it now. Well, part of this business involves reviewing mineral leases from clients on tracts they have. So going blind doing that. Who knew?